She smiled when I left my son behind, so I made sure she never forgot him. My cousin Vanessa was getting married, and my son Mikey was the first person I told. Mikey's 7, has semi-low functioning autism, and has this light inside him that shines even on the hardest days. He squealed with joy when I said he could come, clapped, jumped, spun around the living room. The kind of excitement only a kid like him can make feel like magic. I assumed my own family would be kind. I was wrong. Before the rehearsal, I prepped Mikey. We have to be quiet during the ceremony. It's her big day, not ours. He nodded, eager to be perfect, and he was. Halfway through the rehearsal, he just smiled, his special kind of smile, wide and quiet and pure. I gave his hand a squeeze, and then we heard it. "Excuse me, what is he doing here?" Vanessa, screeching from the altar. My heart stopped. She was pointing straight at Mikey. "I thought you told him not to come," she snapped at her fiancé. The room went stiff, whispers everywhere. A few people looked uncomfortable, but most, they nodded, like my son had done something unspeakable by existing in their wedding rehearsal. I said nothing. I didn't scream. I didn't defend, because Mikey was still smiling, because he didn't know she meant him, so we left. Outside the church, he finally broke. "Why would she say that about you, Daddy? That was so mean." That broke me, but I smiled and told him, "Some people are just bitter because they don't like themselves." He never found out the truth. Thought the rehearsal was the real wedding, so when I left him with a sitter for the actual day, he didn't question it. I showed up solo. At dinner, Vanessa caught my eye and mouthed, "Thanks for not bringing him." I smiled, but not for the reason she thought. I tapped my glass and stood. "As you can see, I'm here today without my son Mikey." The room stiffened. I continued, "A lot of you didn't want him here, but he still wanted to say a few words." I pulled out my phone and hit play. Mikey's voice filled the room, bright, joyful, talking about how much he hoped Vanessa and her husband danced every day, like the cartoons he loved. It was innocent, beautiful. I teared up, so did half the room. Vanessa? She looked like she'd swallowed fire, but I wasn't done. Because 24 hours later, CPS knocked on my door. They barged in, clipboard in hand, took one look at Mikey's bare mattress. He doesn't use a frame, too overstimulating. The plastic on the couch, for his accidents. The locks on the cupboards, safety. And they started writing, whispered things like, "They always say it's autism." Within an hour, I was informed they were issuing an emergency removal order. I begged, offered his grandmother. They agreed. But Mikey still cried when they took him. My body felt hollow, like my own blood had been ripped from my veins. 3 days of hell followed. 3 days where I paced my house like a cage. 3 days thinking about her, because I know who made that call. Insulting me was one thing, but trying to take my son? That's where Vanessa made the mistake of her life.